Namaste, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Stepº25. Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. Such a pleasure to walk by your side today. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions in the beautiful snowy temple of Gaia on Wednesday, December 17th, 2014. And today, step 25 rules the day. Step 25 is the highest degree we can connect to Creator, or the seventh sense, the step 7. Emotions and thoughts come together and we can listen. Ultimately, we can listen to our higher self. But because the sun is now beginning to conjunct the galactic center, which we'll talk about in Planet Soup, we really are a little closer to God. We literally have our ear up to the ceiling of the universe, and there must be something important happening because Saturn is heading the same way. So we are ready to ascend to the next understanding, the next wisdom level. And for many of us, this step 25 onward is kind of where things start to get interesting, because we're starting to look at the highest direction we may go. And over the holidays, we're going to be really allowing ourselves to kind of drift forward. I talk about that in the megastopes and how we're changing our consciousness in the cold winter of North America. But before we talk about how to log into Creator, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. Today I feel what I am and listen to everything else. To me, that's the secret formula. Today I feel what I am and listen to everything else. That is really the essence of how you connect. You are mindful of your feelings. That's what step 25 is. We'll talk about it over and over again today. But really what it is that you are sensing and feeling who you are. You get a sense of who you are. You know who you are. You can feel who you are. I know who I am. I know that feeling. Same old me. Right? And when you're focusing on that, you will suddenly hear or sense outside of that. That is the beginning of psychic awareness, and that is the essence of step 25. So tame the brain. Tell that smartass the way it's going to work today. Today I feel what I am and listen to everything else. And so it is. I thought so. So step 25 rules the day. The architecture of incarnation is our feelings, step 2, plus our thoughts, step 5, equals a 7, I sense. This is the 25th degree of Sagittarius, which adds up to a spiritual degree. Anyone you know who is a step 25, these are usually your priests. No kidding. These are usually like your college professors of world religion, 25 degrees. These are your overly educated people. I would imagine these are your people that were in monasteries in past lives a lot. Like, it's kind of that degree, especially in Sagittarius, because it's the holy of the holy. But today is a day of really connecting to our higher self. So let's look at the chakras, how that works.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
So in our meditation today, we are connecting to our feelings. That's first and foremost. I feel. Anything above the 20s is feeling. So our third chakra lights up. But then I think is also our third chakra. So interesting, isn't that? So we literally tame the third. That's what we do to meditate. They say quiet your mind. It's quiet your feelings and your mind. And they never really talk about that, but the two bring the two together. So if it's easier for you to quiet your mind down and bring your feelings with you. If it's easier for you to calm your feelings down and encourage your thoughts to go with your feelings. The two want to be together in the yellow. And this will allow the top chakra to open up. And this is our crown, this is our ability to sense, and this is our ability to have a priori knowledge that we just know. It just comes in and we know. So today is a very powerful day, as you're going to see, to connect to your higher self or to ask the universe those important questions. So let's first look at the planets and see why. Planet Soup. What's God cooking up there in the stars? Well, the sun is at 25 degrees Sagittarius, and what's exciting about this is our thoughts are racing ahead as we approach the galactic center. On Friday, we're going to cross the galactic center. This happens once a year, every year. I'm going to talk about this all year, and I'm going to talk about this for the next couple of days. This is an exciting time because the galactic center is where our entire solar system and our entire galaxy is spinning around, right? We come from the center of that. Everything we know comes from the center of that. The Big Bang came from that. The Mayan calendar shift was a big deal because that point returned to its natural place. So now as the sun is moving into Sagittarius and we're crossing this place, there is an awareness, there is a shift, there is a cosmic shift, sometimes wild dreams. And today Mercury is actually ahead in Capricorn, so it's weird. We've kind of got it bridged. Our mind is ahead, kind of holding on to one side, and our hearts are behind with the sun on the other side. And it's an interesting gap, really. Now, Mercury's at step 1 Capricorn, so our thoughts are jumping ahead to control and being in control. And your mind might, want to slip out of meditation over control issues, right? But be mindful of the heart. That's what step 1 is. Try to be mindful of the heart today so you can get your instructions from the galactic center. The moon is in Scorpio, so our emotions are at the same time here as we're in countdown. We are emotionally wrapping up Saturn in Scorpio. So we're feeling through the final enforcement of the emotional boundaries we've worked over 2 years on. Personal boundaries with ourselves that translate to boundaries with others. And so you might feel tested, you might feel triumphant. I don't know. Tell me how you feel. I'm curious. I'm feeling really solid, actually. And thank God. So I feel like I'm walking out on my new ledge I built here in Scorpio, and feel solid so far, says the Taurus, but I'm heavy. So the moon today, I've got some interesting news, is crossing white Lilith. Did you know there's a white Lilith? I don't talk about white Lilith too much, but now we're going to. That was a little cute kitty cat. The moon is crossing white Lilith today. White Lilith is actually at step 5 of Scorpio. And white Lilith is one of the other pieces of black Lilith. The story goes that Lilith was a whole planet once upon a time, back in the same kind of conscious time that the Earth worshipped feminine. And somewhere along the lines, apparently, when we stepped away from the matriarchy, Lilith exploded, and now she's in pieces, and astrologers track her in pieces. I don't know how any of this came to be, but it's fun, fascinating, modern astrology. And so today, the white Lilith piece is thought to be the part of Lilith that's like the good witch, like Glenda the good witch. And I hate to say they're witches. That's really not fair. That's not a female thing. But this is meant to represent where female can be bitter and hurt. It's meant to represent that. At least the black Lilith part is. But when the moon crossing white Lilith, this is, I think, healing. I believe this is a healing feeling. And I believe that this is the feeling of the completion. And white Lilith is going to coast through Scorpio now. Glenda is just going to coast, bringing glitter through Scorpio, planting seeds. Oh, it's okay. It was just a Saturn transit. It's over. And that's what's beautiful. And today I think we feel the beginning of that. And the moon will be heading over Saturn here in a couple of days. Now, the moon crossing white Lilith pretty much means that we get fed.
Meow, 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 meow.
Right? Remember that? So we're going to get fed. It's a happy kitty. And here's what's interesting about it. The moon and white Lilith is trining Neptune direct in Pisces. Okay, Neptune went direct in mid-November. This is our spiritual energy. They're both at step 5. So there is a strong connection to our spiritual side and our self-forgiveness and white Lilith. And it's like a sweeping white arm of light that Neptune is moving forward in Pisces. White Lilith is cleaning up mess in Scorpio. You can see things are changing, right? There she is. All right. But we still have Saturn, right? Saturn is at step 29. So at the very head of that, even though white Lilith is coming in and cleaning stuff at the bottom, at the very head of it, we are being teased to fall back. Now, step 29 is an emotional step. 2 plus 9 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. It comes down to emotion, integrity of emotion, standing in our emotional integrity. Just hold off, basically. We're almost there. All right, and this brings us to the Sensei Sunrise. So today in our Sensei Sunrise, we are at step 25 Sagittarius. And as we climb the consciousness, you can see step 25 is high up there in the stratosphere. And the interesting thing about step 25 is it really does describe the best way of connecting to God. In fact, it also kind of describes a bit of how prayer works, in my opinion. So, so you understand the architecture. Step 20 is I feel. So we took 20 days of the sun's light to get to the master 20s, where it became passionate. We fill our life with love and a certain direction. Then we add our thoughts onto that, right? Which is like basically where we point. And the universe says, point your thoughts back to your heart. If you point your thoughts back on your heart, you will open up to the 7. It's that simple. Now, have you seen this before, opening it up like this? I think prayer. Prayer is basically like this posture, right? Where you are actually, in my opinion, we're actually looking down on our heart. That's why we look down. We're looking down on our heart because that is the walkie-talkie to God, basically. Come on in, Creator, right? And it also, by bowing our head, we point the crown north, right? We point the crown upward, and we all feel vulnerable, right? It's that sensitive spot on our head, you know, where Jewish wear yarmulkes to protect, right? You can feel that sensitivity. So when you bow your head in prayer, I think the posture is to focus on your third chakra of what you feel down there at 20, to open up your heart, and to listen and see what happens. That posture actually helps. It's a weird, interesting thing. And the more when I chant, I'm a Buddhist and I chant a lot, I find myself, man, it just feels, there's just something about this posture. Share with me what your experience is. And when we come back, we're going to continue with our little series, What If, right after this.
Are you tired of being codependent? Have you ever wondered why you're always cheating? Why do you have to always mother everyone you date?
I understand.
The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Are you ready to find out the truth? Yes. In just one video, you'll understand what you're looking for in love and what you offer. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video that's all about you. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out your birthday secrets today, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.
And here we are at the soulmart.me trading post. A couple things I want to point out. For starters, New Year's Eve is coming. And the Megascope Monthlies do predict who is naughty and who is nice on New Year's Eve. Couple of signs need to stay home. Couple of signs are going to be out in a good way. I know what I'm out shopping for my date, but can you guess which of the 12 signs will be the naughtiest on New Year's Eve? I'll tell you tomorrow in the soulmart.me shopping center. And don't forget, I can give you a free preview in my little Astro Extra blog of the Megascope Monthly. Go check it out. And be sure to watch your rising sign as well, because it really does set up in those little free previews what the story is. That full moon sets up the story, and this is what we're really kind of knocking out of the park now. And if you want to knock something out of the park, a little cute gift, the Secrets of Birthdays Love and Lust Report is just $19.95, and I'll tell you all about your love life, and you'll understand what's coming up. More details at secretsofbirthdays.com. And right now you can get yours truly and 30 minutes free. I make a great gift for just $99. That's the lowest price I give. The gift certificate works through next summer. Perfect time to look at your next year, look at your chart, anything you want to do. Come on down to soulmart.me for more details. And that brings us now to our daily gong, which is, of course, now, this week, What If? What if? And the idea of what if is that we're in Sagittarius. It's time to think high, man, in the heavens. Like, what if? What if? So much interesting stuff going on right now. Lots of consciousness opening up. Price of oil is falling, which means people are going to travel. Very Sagittarius. Very interesting times. But today's what if is a little out there, but follow me. What if you owe God nothing? What if you owe God nothing? And it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm sure God is... No, seriously, I'm talking about original sin here. that there is no such thing as original sin? What if God actually doesn't want anything at all except for you to enjoy the life you have? That is it. From what I have studied myself, my friend, in many world religions, at the end of the day, seems like Creator just wants us to have a good time and create ourselves and enjoy creating ourselves and nothing else. But you can look to nature. I do this with clients all the time. The idea that we gave tithing, that was the church taxing us. Where in the universe does God tax us? Where? We get constant sun, constant water, constant earth, constant love, constant. Everything in nature is constant. The only thing you owe God is maybe gratitude. Thanks. It's a fun time. But there is no karma. I don't think in the sense that people get tied down. It's your own consciousness that believes that, and so your own consciousness does that. And there is no paying back, and there is no punishment, I don't believe. I believe we're here to truly enjoy. And have we ever really given ourselves that freedom? Today I say, what if you owe God absolutely nothing? How does that change your story, my friend? Meditate on that, and we'll talk again tomorrow. But before you meditate on God, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today. And we're going to be looking at where White Lilith, bless her little kitty cat heart, is going to be healing us today. Starting with step zeros. White Lilith says, listen to your heart now, Scorpios. Today you'll be cloudy but cool. Incidentally, the moon is in your sign. So you're certainly feeling the new Scorpio strength. I don't think this will be a weekday, but you need to listen to the heart. That's what's trining together. Time to move forward with whatever that heart really wants. Step 1, the Leos, cloudy nesting and resting today. But White Lilith says it's time to trust your instincts now. Trust. Talking to myself here, I have a Leo rising. Can you tell? Step 2, the Cancers, cloudy, feeling very innocent today. White Lilith says, remember your core beliefs. Remember. Step 3, happy birthday, Sag. You are cloudy and spiritual today, but White Lilith says, be mindful of your feelings now. Be very mindful of your feelings. Step 4 is the Aquarius, cloudy and professional today. White Lilith says, remember your values now, Aquarius. What you really value. Step 5, the Geminis, cloudy and hyper-aware. White Lilith says, honor your prior decisions. The ones your heart has made in the very first beginning there. That's what by prior means. Step 6, the Librans, cloudy and productive today. White Lilith says, stay in your peaceful being. That's your little reminder. Step 7, the Pisces, cloudy and creative. White Lilith says, remember who you really are. That's powerful, huh? We lost the water there. Step 8, the Capricorns, cloudy and social today. White Lilith says, be mindful of your peace. So always be mindful of your peace. Step 9, the Aries, cloudy and private, withdrawn today. White Lilith says, forgive yourself for everything. Seriously. Step 10, the Tauruses, cloudy, sentimental, chance of some emotions, kind of where you are with that. But White Lilith says, remember where your heart truly belongs. And then finally, step 11 is the Virgos, cloudy, pensive in their heads today. But White Lilith says, honor your ME-rriage vows and don't forget. Super important. And that wraps up our Zodiac weather. Let's take a look at the Lightwalker Parade. What do I have following this video to help you with your day? Venus Prime Health, we're doing a series of biohacks, and now we're down to number 2, how to hack your focus, which I need to watch again because I need to focus. Focus is tough, man. I don't know if I have ADD or whatever, but it's tough. Either way, you can hack it with Damon Perry. There I am losing focus. Modern Mommies is going live today. The girls are going to talk about essential oils and how to incorporate that into your life. You can join the conversation at 7 p.m. Eastern. Come on down to soulgarden.tv and click on Modern Mommies. And if you're watching on YouTube, we ask, please be kind and do subscribe. It helps us with our relationship. And on Facebook, you can go straight to Soul Garden by going to soulgarden.me. And, of course, you can join our email list. I email out a little namaste every morning to our group, our very important souls. And you go to that at soulmart.me to get on to that. And Soulgarden.tv is also the home of many blogs and spiritual advice of all sorts and many lightworkers. Come on down and hang out and tell your friends and family. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this brings us now to our rock and roll gospel for the day. And today we are exploring Sagittarius musicians. And you're going to see this trend with Sag musicians. They have this tendency to go too far. You know, we already did Jim Morrison, went too far in drug overdose. And today is also no stranger to that. We're talking about Jimi Hendrix, right? And I love this. I chose Hey Joe. Very cool song. I mean, it resonates very deep, like basically set the tone for an era, if you want to say. Powerful stuff. And of course, if you're curious, he's a step 4 Sagittarius. So step 4 Sagittarius tend to be, well, step 4, any sign tends to be a little unstable. It's either breakdown or breakthrough, but there's also genius in that instability. And so there's, I guess, a trade-off. But he died in 1970. God bless his heart. But he's still resonating, right? Very cool Sagittarius. So, my friends, listen up, and I will see you tomorrow with more. Much love. Log into your higher self and find out what your destiny is. And I'll see you tomorrow with more. Till then, live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.